JDs and Lenzelman, welcome back to the Unfiltered podcast, episode 5, and it is with my band, Abgrond. We've got Aidan, we've got Vinny, I'm Ben, and that is Finn. And I will now pass you back to the lovely man, Mr. Unfiltered himself, Harry Haynes.
Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 5. I have Abgrond here today. I'm very happy because I've said about 4 or 5 times that I'm going to get you on, and then you've all been busy or something. So, yeah. But they're finally here. Unfortunately, Ben does have to leave. Probably in about 20-ish minutes because he's got to practice and shit. But it's fine because we can get them here for the first 20 minutes and then it will just be 3 of them for the rest of it. But at least you're all here. We can get a nice thumbnail. Do you want to take a funny thumbnail so I can put it as it? Do you just want to do some goofy shit at the camera? Cool. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'm just going to get straight into it, obviously, because I don't want to waste any time. Now, first of all, do you want to shout out any social media accounts? Yeah, I'm very bad at showing the socials to the camera, so off Aidan goes.
Oh, heavy footsteps.
That's Abgrond.
That's Abgrond.
Them out.
Oh.
We got to actually get the username up. We got Dismemberment band as well.
Woo! That is their band with Dylan, who doesn't come here anymore.
Leonard Crawford, shout out to him.
Yeah, thanks. Love you, Dylan.
We love Dylan.
Do you want to all say your individual Instagrams?
Nah.
I'm all good, thank you.
You can't be asked.
Nah, it's too long.
Now, you know what? I'm just going to ask it straight up. What is the beef with Jordan Shingler?
Oh, Jordan Shingler.
Yeah. Let's no, keep it minimum.
I'll say he is just a judgmental prick who gets in the way. That is my beef with him. Like, I get he's trying to be nice.
Yeah.
But he always hogs up practice time, shows you stuff, and wastes when you're trying to lock in.
Yeah.
And he's just disrespectful.
He's just disrespectful. We played a gig, and Aidan tripped a little, and he goes,
Can I do the impression?
Yeah, you can do the impression.
So, brother came up to me, and he was like,
so I've got my little book here. I've taken some notes. I don't know much about music, but I took a note that said guitarist tripped over. It's like, yeah, I fell over. It's not a big deal though, is it? I fell over. I didn't properly fall over. I got back up and carried on playing. It's not a big deal. And he made it a big deal. That's my beef.
I can't get over his impression, bro.
That's a good impression.
It actually is.
Oh, I've got my death note here. It says guitarist tripped over. Like,
oh my god.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's the beef.
Oh, that is amazing. Oh
rude.
my god. Alright, now I've got that out of the way. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast, all of you. Now, the first question I've got for you. So, obviously, well, you'll introduce yourselves, but what instrument do you all play?
I am guitar.
Bass guitar.
I am the drummer.
I am also guitar and vocals.
Cold. And then with Dismemberment, Dylan is the vocalist, correct?
Yeah.
With Dismemberment,
Same
he's
role,
vocals.
just Dylan on vocals.
Yeah.
Instead of Finn.
Yeah.
Got one role taken off me.
We actually just turned into a choir.
He's not
So-
even joking.
So you've obviously I've already done kind of an interview with you lot, but I'm probably gonna have to ask you the same shit just because obviously I want people will actually see this one.
Yeah.
Unlike the other one, the other one will stay locked away forever. Even though it was a proper genuine one. Yours was the best one out of all the funny ones I did.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm gonna have to repeat myself over and over again. So the first thing I'm gonna ask you is how long has your band been together?
Abgrond or Dismemberment?
Let's go both. Start with Dismemberment.
Dismemberment was the 20th of November 2023. Because I've got the video on my phone from when we started.
You still like shit on it, mate. It's like he's not
The
playing.
video
In my
the
death
video
note.
on my phone. I wrote it down in my little notebook. 20th of November 2023. Best band in the world. Dismemberment has
So coming up on a year next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
shit.
Wednesday's the
Sounds
20th.
good, sounds
So
And then Abgrond started when college did.
Yeah.
Because when we were coming in, I knew these two were coming, so I was like, right, we'll stick together. We'll just write for Dismemberment at college.
yeah.
And then we found Finn, and I heard him just singing vocals to himself. I was like, let's try it. He was new to it, never done it before. Sounds great. And we formed Abgrond as a little band we can do at college, but we can also take the songs into our outside band since he's in that now as well.
I'm assuming you had a nice conversation with Dylan and was like, we've met this guy. Do you wanna see if he
Not really.
if he's good? Oh really?
We just kind of went. We found a guy
And then we got him in the dismemberment practice that one time that went really terribly. We're not going to go into that one. but
No,
I'm
we'll
looking
just
at you,
we'll
Ben.
leave that out.
We're
Yeah,
going to leave that
we'll
one. I'm looking at you.
Oh no.
But yeah, no, I
It
remember.
just kind of happened, didn't it? And then we got
Yeah,
you in for Abgrond, and then
yeah, I remember Ruby like basically lazing like me to Dylan and did like she went like what was it? I can't speak, lads. She went over and it was like, oh, you gotta meet Dylan. There was like, there's someone in there for you, and I was like, oh, I'm guessing it's Dylan. So I walked in there, met him, but yeah, no, he's a sound guy.
The one question I remember from the other day that I have to ask you is, what arguments have you had in your band?
We haven't argued that much. Me and Aiden like to have a little bicker at each
oh
other.
yeah, but that's just funny though.
That's
isn't it?
funny. It's not
We're
really
like a
serious.
married couple within the family.
Yeah.
We like.
Me even
fight
I like
over
children, and that's,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fucking right.
When we were
Got
writing
the height of children too.
our original Purge the Flame,
Yeah.
there's a bit where after the second verse it changes and it goes into like this
There's that bubble.
ba-bum, and I forgot it like twice.
It was more than twice.
No,
It was like
but
a-
on one practice I forgot it twice, and on the second time.
What was that? Did you just see Finn go?
Yeah, because I was sat there, I was like, they're
Using the
arguing
fucking
again.
force.
It's just like, oh, you fucking shit house, you stupid little. And I'm just shouting back at him, SpongeBob freak, fuck off, all of that. It's just a bit.
You're fucking nonsense.
Freak Bob.
My parents could never see this video.
Oh, they will.
Tracy and Dan Roberts, you ain't never seeing this.
But oh mate, it's
I want
funny.
you to explain the time where Dylan almost got kicked out of the band.
Oh yeah, elaborate.
You weren't this
Now that
I
people,
wasn't, but I
now
was
that
there,
people
right?
get to see this,
I don't
please explain.
I don't mind taking it.
You took it in the unofficial one.
You should let Vinny explain it.
Oh,
I
let's
can
not
explain
get
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
go on,
you can-
go on, Vinny.
Go on, Vinny.
Because you
So-
were angry over it as well.
Yeah,
At the same time,
we
I
were
was
all
angry.
very angry over this. So, what basically happened is dismemberment formed, right? We had us four. Finn was not in the band yet, but we had been searching for a gig. We got our set list together. We thought we were pretty tight, and so we got offered a gig with Fareham College to play at the Fareham bandstand,
Boo.
just literally in the middle of
So
town.
Vincent Bear, boo.
A metal band in the middle of Fareham town, just playing out to the open.
To be fair, we went down really well. We had old ladies dancing for us, bro.
It went all right,
Really?
except
Yeah,
Busting a groove. Oh my god.
Dylan did not show up.
It was 15 minutes late for a
Yeah.
15-minute set.
And I have
we
not
had-
let him live that down. Every time he says something wrong in the group
Yeah.
chat, I hit him with a 15 minutes.
We had a 15-minute set and he did not show up. I had to like sing half of For Whom the Bell Tolls,
No.
and after that we
pushed
literally
another
just
band off of their set.
it was rough. After that we pretty much were just like, Dylan, you have got to get here on time every single time. You've got one warning. We had another gig coming up at Edge of the Wedge, which we he came on time. He was actually really good, wasn't he?
He proper proved himself.
Yeah, he's-
Because the problem we had is that he came to practice high a lot,
Yeah,
and that was
like that's what I'm thinking
it was
about right now.
it was a struggle, and like we kind of had words of him,
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, this is nothing against Dylan. I get where he's coming from because like from previous bands he's been in, it's like that's an okay thing, but we were trying to lock in and he just wasn't keeping up.
And I remember saying to you boys, we were hanging out here one point when we were waiting for a practice. I said if he turns up high or drunk at the gig and messes it up, I want him out of the band.
Yeah.
But
And we all
luckily
agreed. But yeah, he proved himself.
he locked in and he proved himself, and now I can't see the band without him personally.
Yeah, Dylan is the figure man.
He is the
figurehead
front
of
man.
Sunderland, isn't
But yeah, it was just that time was a bit shaky on whether we were going to
Yeah.
keep him or not. But he proved himself, and I'm glad he did, because on some of the songs we do, he sounds absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And just getting to know him more. Like, the man's like a brother. Like, honestly,
Yeah,
he's
I-
such a good guy.
I always hang out with him nowadays.
Yeah.
Like I see him all the time.
I feel like if you can somehow get him into the college, we should do a actual
Sneaking in like some sort of
dismemberment
stages,
interview.
yeah.
Like, this is Abgrond at the minute, but if we can get Dylan in, then I'm going to bring all four of you back and we can do the dismemberment one.
that'd be sick.
Creep.
If
I
I
know.
say dog a few more times, I can do an impression if you really want me to.
If you want, you just look at the
Based on his Shingler impression, I think we should let him. Because that was amazing. Right, let's see what questions I can ask you here. Actually, I have a good question. So when we did the unofficial interview / podcast, Aiden admitted to hating the name Abgrond, right?
Yeah.
Have you all agreed on a new name? Because he told me about one the other day, and he said he wanted to save
Are
it.
we officially doing that? Because I can announce it now.
So I think the idea was, so we came up with 2 more names, excluding
Don't
Abgrond.
say the one that we're possibly going to change it to. 'Cause if we're announcing
I
it, we're
don't
announcing
like
it
the
properly.
long one, but I like.
Yeah,
The other one.
The other one.
I agree.
Do you know them?
I had a little glance at it and fell asleep.
I think
Yeah,
we
just-
should. I think we should just do it to
Yeah,
Yeah.
I announce it.
announce it, bro.
So we were Abgrond.
Mm-hmm.
We are officially changing our name. This is the first time it's been properly heard and out there. We are now Dread Sense.
Yeah.
Which I personally think is a much better name because Abgrond was shit.
I like Abgrond personally.
It sounds like an Air Scout rip-off.
Yeah.
Like we
I
would have
know
been
we
better
came straight
calling
from
ourselves
Deutschland,
this.
bro.
So I will upload the video as Abgrond,
Yeah.
but from now on officially you are all
Yeah,
Dread
we are
Sense.
Dread
Right,
Sense.
we are Dread
Um, I will put on your Instagram post that you're now called Dread
Oh, yeah,
Sense.
that'd be
We
good.
Because
will,
Change your Instagram now.
I'll do that.
Didn't
When
think
I-
about that.
when I have
do you
to
all
go.
have control of the social account? I'm assuming.
I think it was just me.
Oh really?
Yeah, at the moment, it's just
I'm yawning, bro. Piss
The
off.
thing is, I'm always really like tough when bands have socials, like when all members do. Because the problem I ran into with some old things is like, for example, Livespawn, one of our old bands. People would put it on, and they'd put like a really stupid video on a professional band page.
Yeah, the thing is, we still talk it out before uploading it. It means it'd be easier than
I
if
don't-
I say we have to upload it, then you have to wait. Then we have to wait for you to sort of.
I
figure out to
will
upload it.
happily do it and stay on top of it because I can.
Yeah.
I think I can manage socials quite well, which is why I just like limiting it because some people just be like, "Oh, here's a video. I'll just chuck it on the story perfectly." Like it needs to be organised properly,
Yeah.
and I'm very big on that.
See, the thing is with me, obviously, so I've got 3 accounts. So I've got my actual Instagram, I've got one for my music, and then I've got the podcast account. Obviously, because I'm just riding solo with the whole podcast account thing, it is quite stressful having to come in, record an episode, then I have to get the audio for that episode and the video, then I have to take it back home, I have to edit it, put it all together, then I have to upload it, make posts about it and all that shit. Like, it is quite stressful, but at the same time, it's quite fun to do, knowing that people are actually enjoying this at the minute, and I honestly can't wait to record more with other people. I think next I'm going to get either Ellipsis or Click. Also, just want to say, Vinny is also in Click, but because he's come on this episode, yeah, you're booted off the Click one.
I'm gonna jump off camera and take my jumper off. I'm not strapping on camera.
Do you know what you should do, by the way? Which
Go
I
on.
think
Go on.
when people with bands that have an originals,
Yeah.
you should try and actually get like for example, a guitar. Like you could get people to break down the riffs of their original songs.
That's a good
If you
idea.
plugged it into an interface,
Finn's
like,
smiling
straight
'cause he saw
through.
my breasts, by the way. Everyone that's watching.
I love Ian's breasts.
I think, honestly, I don't think it's bad.
I didn't even see his face. All I saw was his hair shaking. I just knew exactly what the fuck he was doing.
What are you doing?
No, don't tell him. Let him watch it.
When you watch the
let
video,
him
bro.
watch it.
Yeah, you
You're
gotta
gonna
watch
have to wait
it.
and see it. Oh my god,
Oh.
it's Megan.
Megan.
Fake Vinny.
What?
That was the first podcast, remember?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not. Why?
Okay, that's fine.
We're on the podcast. Do you want to pop in and say hello?
Me and Snipe can connect, so-
Megan.
Oh, yeah,
say
no,
hello.
Megan, say hello to the Abgrond podcast.
I'm good.
Dread Sense podcast.
You're literally getting on the podcast
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you were still connected, but you're not. So
No,
that's
I'm
fine.
not.
Boring.
Boo! Boo!
Sorry, Finn.
Joking, we love Megan. Look how depressed he
Just
looks.
fuck. I didn't know anything.
Oh, fuck, yeah, no. The thing is with Shingler's episode, I don't know if you lot have seen it. I know Ben said. I know Ben said he refused to watch it. Have you watched it, Finn?
Wait, which one?
Shingler's.
No, not yet.
Have you watched it, Vinny?
I have not yet. No.
Okay, well,
I watched Rain.
the thing is with Shingler is he brought guitar and an amp. Bless him. He come in with a guitar and an amp and was sat there playing it throughout the whole thing, throughout the fucking whole podcast, right? But it didn't even sound bad being picked up through the mic. So generally, if someone just brought an amp and a guitar in, then
'Cause, for example, if we had the Dismember one, I would love to see Aiden and Finn when you add lead to it, hopefully.
Yeah.
breaking down the riffs, and I think
Yeah, no, you can.
it
100%.
would make such a more technical side of things,
Yeah.
and like how it came back. Like I can dig out the old recordings of the demo of the Purge.
I've got it on my phone. Still.
Honestly, I feel
I've
like
got the band lab recorded still on my phone. Like.
obviously I feel like we could get you all back for another episode based on like you giving me these ideas, because obviously we can't do it now because we're already going. But I feel like obviously try and get Dylan to come in if he can. If he can't, then
He
that's
probably could. He doesn't do anything.
that's tough shit. But based on based on those ideas that you've given me, we could genuinely you'd probably have the longest episode if you were to do stuff like that. But I feel like, but I feel like although the episode could be longer, I feel like it would definitely be more interesting to go over, because most of these are just interviewed. Whereas like if I was to talk to you about like your original songs and that, you can break them down, you can explain how you came up with them, you can tell us like the backstories behind them and all that. So that could be interesting. I feel like.
Yeah.
So I definitely need to get you all back, and we
Right.
can do that.
I
Obviously,
have to go.
you have to
Gotta
go.
practice.
Oh, rip!
Do you want to move up?
What I was gonna move up.
It's been
Yeah,
good.
I was gonna say.
Ben, say bye.
I will. That's the last.
Oh.
Goodbye, Mr. Unfiltered.
Thing about.
Bye. Thank you for coming.
Now.
That has been Benji.
I will be back another time.
You will indeed.
Bye, boys.
Bye, bro.
Bye.
So 1 man down, 3 to go. But
You plan on killing us then?
Oh no.
I'd hope not.
Yeah,
You
I
said
saw
three
him
to
put a
go.
knife in his pocket before he started this, so maybe. Yeah.
But-
If in your pocket, you happen to see me, damn.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, let's talk about your gigs. So how many gigs have you done as Dismemberment?
2.
So obviously without Finn.
Yeah.
Technically 2.
So it's technically 2, but are we considering the Fairham one a gig?
No,
It was kind of like, it was more busking than anything else.
I wasn't in
Yeah.
it. No.
Like, it wasn't
It
even...
was pretty much busking, but
I'd say Edge of the Wedge was it's our first and best gig, really.
Yeah.
Like, we got it off to a strong start. Like,
yeah.
no disrespect to any of the other bands that played, but we had the biggest crowd presence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the crowd were hyped.
Some
Yeah,
good
we had-
recording.
Oh, really?
Proper
Yeah.
How many people would you say were there?
60?
50
60.
million.
I don't- I
There's a
think
lot
more
of
than that,
people.
Maybe
60, 70?
80, 90.
That's still
Really?
pretty solid.
I would
That's
say.
pretty good. Yeah.
Like the thing is with most people is they think when they think about gigs, they think about how many people are there. Honestly, with gigs, I feel like you shouldn't think about who's going to be there. You should focus purely on You should focus purely on your performance and like how good you're going to do, what songs you're going to do. Honestly, do not worry about the gig and how many people are going to be there. Worry more about what you're going to do on stage, what you're going to perform, what songs you have planned, like if all the tech is working and all that stuff. Like focus purely on that. And then honestly, most people anyway, when they start performing, that you'll get into a flow and all your nerves and like worries will just go away. As soon as you start, you feel so scared when you start. Yeah, when you start, you feel terrified, but like as soon as you start getting into it, like pretty much 10 seconds in, you're like, okay, I'm ready for this now. Like you get off to a shaky start, but then like as soon as you start feeling like more confident, you lock in and you're just like, right, I'm like ready to fucking do this now.
Personally, with my experience on stage, it's after the first song, after that first applause from the audience.
Yeah.
Like that's when I start locking in and getting into that sort of performing
I
flow.
agree.
Yeah.
Like
Finn, have you done any gigs?
Have I done any gigs?
Yeah.
Nope.
the
Really?
induction
No.
gig, kind of.
The induction one, yeah. So the induction one was like the closest thing I had to like like a gig, like having like a crowd of people playing in front of them. Nerve-wracking shit, boys. Very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it is
However,
very
we do
nerve-wracking.
have a gig coming up December 6th. You better be there.
Oh yes, just
Key West.
yeah, just for context for everyone, Key West Studios, basically every band here in the college,
every band.
have a gig at Key West. It's on December 6th. When do you know when it starts?
6:15 it officially starts.
Oh,
Night
you've
before,
actually found
the
that
week
time.
before.
Yeah, and then it closes at like 10.
Yeah, it's
Something like
after
that.
rain set, so it'll be like sort of 10:35.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
So yeah, doors open at 6:15. Is it free entry? Do any of you know?
I think it's ticketed.
Oh, it's ticketed.
Oh
I
shit,
think
is
it's
it?
ticketed.
Yeah.
Won't be
Oh.
much though.
Yeah,
For
it'll
fuck's
be
sake.
cheap. It'll be like a
Just a
fiver.
couple. There's a couple shillings maybe, something like that.
Yeah.
A couple pennies out your pocket.
Dimes,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Couple pennies, yeah.
Do you reckon I asked before?
Could do.
Yeah.
I'm debating it.
You sounded singing the Fortnite rap song, bro.
What up, yo?
You will
Yeah.
have to get in quick if you do, because I think Ruby's already figured out the set time and was struggling to fit in the last band that she fit into the times. So it
I will
might
have to
be-
ask.
You might not be able to. If you do, you might get a very short set.
Yeah.
That's
We
fine.
got 5 minutes, mate. You fuck
Yeah,
off
20
stage.
I don't have a long discography anyway, so I say that with 3 albums out. But no, there's only a handful of songs that I actually like for some reason. You know what I'm debating, right? I said this to a bunch of my mates the other day. Thing is with my music is that I've got 3 albums out currently, and I wouldn't say the idea of my next one is scrapped, but it is very spacious at the minute. I feel like I haven't done as much as I feel like I should. But the thing is, it's because I have the idea for the next album after that in my head, and I've gone more into that vibe recently. And it's kind of annoyed me because I have a lot of material from this 4th album I had planned. But the thing was that I was thinking, because my first 3 albums aren't entirely the greatest, I was really debating taking them all off of streaming and basically starting again, because I have improved a lot and I know a lot, and I feel like I could take this proper professionally now.
Yeah.
Whereas before it was just me kind of throwing loops and drums together and just going from there.
Well,
Whereas now, like, I have knowledge. We have this whole studio in here. Like, I could properly make a very good album, but at the same time, I want to do the next album I have in my head. But at the same time, I feel like restarting could be a better thing for me, because a lot of my
I
old
think so,
material
yeah.
is shit.
Personally, I'd say if you say for example, out of all those 3 albums, you have 5 songs that you absolutely love. You know, you could rewrite those, use the better studio, use everything.
Yeah, no, that's what I
Put
was
those on the
thinking.
later
I was
album.
thinking, so I still have all the studio sessions for all of the songs I've made,
Yeah.
because I don't delete them after I keep them all. It's Ollie.
Someone else said that.
Yeah,
Ollie.
sorry.
Well, you can tell he's a fucking unit, look at him.
Yeah, look at this big guy.
Look at us, boy.
That's my phone. Can you leave that there, please?
He's now appeared on 4 out of 5 episodes on the
Actually, Ollie,
podcast.
can you pass me my phone?
Ollie's on a flawless streak, except
Thank
he
you,
didn't.
Marcus.
He didn't
He
come for
actually
Max's
is.
one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have all the studio sessions for all my songs. So basically, what I'm thinking is can you get off my bag?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fucking.
Yeah, so I was basically thinking bring it all to all the producer boys and like Max and that, and we essentially just go back over it
Yeah.
and just go back through all my old stuff and just recreate it, or just scrap a whole bunch of the ones I don't like and replace them with new ones.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of just basically starting from scratch. Obviously, I'm still debating it because it's quite a big decision to make for me,
Of course.
because I have obviously all this music out at the minute, but I'm still deciding whether or not it would be good for me to replace it with better improved music. But it does mean I'd have to start from the beginning again, which is,
Which I think is fair enough.
yeah, it's quite tough to decide, because starting from scratch is not easy, but then at the same time,
If you
I
can do
kind of
it
want
better,
to. Yeah, I feel like,
It will look better on you if you have purely stuff that you want out.
yeah. Whereas like if I was to drop something and it was to blow up, people are going to be like, oh, I want to listen to more, and they're going to go back and they're just going to hear all this shit music, and they're going to be like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
mention, yeah.
So I'm debating it. Honestly, I feel like I just might do it.
Just-
Yeah.
yeah,
A1
just do it.
music needs some
A1
proper-
music needs to
proper quality.
Start anew.
evolve. I need to
Evolve,
go back to the roots.
He's going back to chapter 2 OG.
Yeah.
Chapter 1 OG. We're going back to chapter 1.
Back to chapter 1.
Honestly, it will feel like a lot. I'm going to get a lot of nostalgia going back through all the old songs and
Oh,
redoing
yeah,
them,
no,
though, which
100%,
I'm definitely
yeah.
going to enjoy. There are a lot of songs, though, that I feel like I might save for later projects because they're more.
You can probably develop them as well. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm thinking. No, basically, what I was saying is I was going to
That's what we're saying.
take a bunch of the old songs and redo them, basically, because they all sound really bad and like really badly mixed and all that. Whereas if I can go back and redo them, we can get it on like Logic, for example. We can go through all the studio sessions and we can just make it sound way better. So, honestly, I feel like it might be the play.
Yeah.
I might have to do it. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I might just start over the course of like the next couple weeks. But I'm not going to take them down until I have the first project done. Basically,
Yeah.
I'd rather have one project done first, and ready to go, rather than take them all down and have nothing on my Spotify until I release that. So, I think that is essentially my official announcement. I'm starting again. We're starting from scratch. We're starting from scratch. A round of applause. A round of applause. Follow my Instagram. shameless plug. He's plugging. I put it in the description of every video anyway. and also on the Unfiltered Instagram, my music account is the only account that I follow.
You should follow the band accounts of all the bands that you interview.
Yeah, I might just start following all the people that I interview.
Yeah.
Even if it's just the band, so if you go like
Yeah.
say
Yeah, try and find Jordan Shingle on fucking Instagram.
I did ask him if he wanted to shout out socials, and he was like, "Oh no, I don't have any socials."
no.
That's bullshit. He's on his Facebook. He's on the Facebook.
Now
Should I plug
all I
Jordan
want to say
Single's
is,
Facebook?
do not.
Can I plug Jordan
Don't
Single's
do it.
Facebook, please?
No. All I want to say, I will cut it out. All I want to say is, Rosewater have asked to come on. Well,
you sent me that.
you don't seem very happy about that.
No, I like Rosewater. I have no idea how you're gonna.
But no, okay. So, do you want to explain what you did? Because you went to Andy.
I spoke to Andy.
Do you want to get to the mic? Do you want to speak into the mic?
Yeah, come in, mate.
Don't put
Chat, I'm now part of Abgrond.
Yeah, so cool. New drummer.
hired for an hour.
Shit drum on the block. A bit fat for this.
No, you can speak that. You can speak that.
So
Right, go on.
I spoke to Mr. Andy Grant, the one and only.
Yes, sir.
He said that we have to go through the marketing team to put it on officially and
Mm.
stuff. But he's never heard of Rosewater. Big. big. Yeah.
He's for a shade.
So I told him.
We can't all glaze Rosewater. We can't all do that.
Yeah, there's got to be
We're
something.
not glazing. We are just being mutual. That's the light way to put it.
Yep.
I have to glaze because I want them on the podcast.
Andy said if we speak to Joe about it, and he says that it's a reception that they're coming in on a certain day, they can come in and do a podcast. They'll probably play a few things for us as well. Hopefully.
And that means we can get Dylan in as well through the same.
That's true. That is also true. So basically,
So you guys are coming on for 2 bands again.
Yeah.
I did say that to them and they were up for it. So yeah, so we can get dismemberment in, and also I will probably have to speak to them, or you can speak to Will, like you said.
No, I'll speak to Will. I'll get them to organise like a Friday maybe.
Yeah. No. Well, here's the thing. So I spoke to Rain about it because I found out because they reposted the little snippet from the Rain video where I said Rosewater, if you're watching, let's make it happen, right? And they said basically they have college on Fridays,
Okay.
and I think the 2 days they don't is Monday and Tuesday.
That's, okay. We can
So
work with
I
that.
know that's a goofy fucking day.
Well,
But
we did
it-
it Monday. We can always-
we could do the Monday, but it's definitely doable. Obviously, we're gonna have to get into contact with them again. Basically, say like, is there any days you are available to come in so we can all do it? And essentially, I'm gonna try get them all in. If it's not possible, or if it's gonna take a long time, I'm just gonna get like as many members in as possible. Like you said, try get Will, because I've heard very good things about Will. I've heard good things about all of them, if I'm honest with you. But Will's name has
They all got good names. Yeah, I'm fucking.
Will's name has popped up the most when I've talked to people about Rosewater. So,
Of course.
Will, essentially, everyone loves you here.
I would
That's
probably met you, mate, but you sound like a sound geezer.
I met you, but you sound alright.
You sound very good, mate.
Can I have a kiss, Will?
Can I also have one?
Sign Aiden's breasts. The marketing team. The marketing team are gonna be like, what the hell?
You're not having it for free anymore.
What the fuck?
We made a St. Vincent pen full. Do you plan or already have released music onto streaming?
No, as I said, we got Purge, haven't we?
So we've got a song we've got that we normally play live called Purge the Flame in Dismemberment, and we are yet to record anything for that. I reckon,
That'll be the first one we release.
yeah, like Aiden said, we're probably going to aim for early 2025 recordings, even if it's just demo tapes. We just need to get something down recorded, but we've got ideas. They're there.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of material.
They're just
It's
quite hard to
It's just
get
not-
out.
Yeah, it's just not recorded. It's
I
just
think
not
once we
finished
start,
yet.
we'll find it easier.
Yeah, we're only gonna aim for recording good songs. Like, if we can jam and write some stuff, but it's not necessarily good, and we don't want to record and release stuff that's not good.
We want to be professional with it.
See, the thing is with EPs and singles, because you said you wanted to release a couple singles and get an EP out. The plan is, like, I feel like for you lot, EPs don't have to be necessarily long. Like, you could drop an EP with like 4 to 6 songs on it.
Yeah.
But I think however many songs you decide to drop, so say for example you're dropping 6 on an EP, I feel like you should release half of them as singles. I'd say like over. So you plan for early 2025. I'd say, obviously, I don't know if this is doable. If it is doable, then peak. Try get one out in January.
Yeah.
Then release another one in February. Then March, and then get your EP out in April. Sorry. Obviously, if you need to do May, because obviously, like, that's quite hard to do.
50% more songs.
Yeah. You have to write more songs. You have to get them out. Obviously, you'd have to listen to my advice. I'm just saying, like, I feel like you should drop singles over a month span. Gives people time to listen to them, digest them, learn it more. Obviously, like, get a feel of your vibe and all that shit. And then it gets them anticipated for your next song. And then, obviously, it also gives you time to build hype.
Yeah.
So with most people, when they drop their stuff, they usually build a load of hype around it by waiting quite a while to drop it. So, like, for example, there's an artist I like called 070 Shake. I doubt any of you know her. But her album's dropping this Friday, and she only announced it around 3-ish weeks ago. But that's 3 weeks of time to essentially...
Perfect all of it.
Yeah, basically 3 weeks to finish it, build hype, and then get it out, essentially. She also had a small... Obviously, I wouldn't assume you'd do this. She had a little listening party. So... basically got a bunch of people to come to this. It was kind of like it was like a theater with the big curtains open, and then there was like some stuff going on stage while the album played. But yeah, like there was just loads of people there, basically like people there to listen to it. Like you could do that in the college. You can get a whole.
Because that's what Metallica did for Saint Anger. So they got like a bunch of people just kind of just crowded in one room. And they just let them listen to the whole of Saint Anger.
Yeah.
That's literally how they do it. They get a small group of people as like a taster, and if they like it, they'll just be like, "Yeah, we got to drop it now."
I feel bad from listening to Saint Anger in full.
Oh, I don't mind Saint Anger. I actually kind of like it. I like Saint Anger. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you all this now. We'll start from Aiden. We'll go round this way.
Of course.
So, who's your favorite artist of all time?
My favourite artist of all time.
Oh, Wonder Man.
That's such a hard question.
Yeah, because it's like I'm a very big Avenged Sevenfold fan. Like I'd say, in terms of it's the artist I always go back to.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, I can listen to anything else for months on end. I always go back to Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
And my favourite band, Waking the Fallen's like one of my favourite albums, if not my favourite album of all time.
I need to listen to that.
It's either
Yeah,
that,
we do.
it's either that, or there's a band called Refuse. They're a Swedish hardcore punk band, hardcore post-punk. And their album, Songs to Fan the Flames of Discontent, long album title, I know. But that is, again, one of my favourite albums. It's, like, in my opinion, one of the best punk albums I've ever listened to.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of my favourites. I'd say either Avenged Sevenfold or Refused have got to be my favourite artist of all time.
That's fair enough. Vinny?
Oh, it took me a couple of seconds to think about it. But I think, honestly, when Aiden went, it's the band that he keeps going back to, I would say Motorhead is that for me. Because...
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a bassist. I look up to Lemmy. What a badass. Ripping back a fucking gravelly voice. Basically invented punk, thrash, whatever you would call this genre.
Yeah, what the fuck it is.
Yeah. And I feel like that was a turning point where I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to stick with this instrument now. I'm going to be a bassist.
Yeah.
And not only that, but it's gotten me on so many more bands. Like, just because of that heavy, sort of chuggy style, you can... get into Metallica from that. You can get into more extreme bands like Venom, Midnight, sort of anything that is like Motorhead but heavier. But it's just such a wide variety of like different genres he sort of took from to get that harsh noise. I just love it. So I think Motorhead is probably my inspiration.
That's valid.
Cool.
Finn?
Right.
I feel like I know it.
Do you? You got to guess?
I was gonna say sevenfold, but I might be wrong.
They're like top 3.
Okay.
I'd say that. So I've grown. So my very first like band that I fell in love with was like Metallica, and
Yeah,
same with
fair.
these guys. That's like one of the bands I'll just always fall back onto. But right now, I think Lamb of God takes over from that nowadays. Lamb of God is fucking amazing. Like literally, all of their riffs are so good. The drums, bro. Chris Adler's a fucking goat. Honest to God, bro. Before he left, he was a goat. He wrote some absolute masterpieces. Like later riffs, I still like headbang to the fucking breakdown to that. It's so good. But yeah, Lamb is probably one of my like by far like favorite artists, like alongside with Metallica. So it's Lamb of God.
Yeah, fair enough. Now another one I'm gonna ask you. I don't know why I didn't ask this earlier. Start again from Aiden, go round. How long have you played guitar for?
I've been playing for 3 years now. Yeah, 3 years, just over.
That's fucking impressive. Right, I can't see myself learning something like guitar and sticking to it, mainly because I get way too stressed, I feel like.
That's what I said to myself.
I have a lot of respect for guitar players because it is not easy to play at first. Obviously, the more you learn how to play it, the easier it gets.
Exactly.
But getting through the start is very hard to do, and it is very stressful, I find.
You got to have the motivation for it.
Yeah, you do. Whereas, obviously, it also depends on what type of person you are. So, like, with me, I tried doing guitar, and I just felt like this wasn't the instrument for me.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, I got into piano.
Very good keys player. Honestly.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very,
Oh, thank you, Aiden.
Gayest thing I've heard in my life. I've been around Benji. Love you, Benji. And Dylan did fucking hell.
Finn.
Sorry, man, bro. I can't help it.
How many Red Bulls?
How many Red Bulls? 1 Red Bull and a packet of chips. It was so good.
Damn. But yeah, honestly, a lot of respect for guitar players. Honestly, it was so hard for me to try and do. Like, I gave up instantly. I was like, I don't have the patience for this. So what do you play, Vinny?
So I play bass guitar. I've been doing weird shifts on bass guitar for about 4 years now. Yeah. Always trying to think of another way to use that instrument that's just, out of the ordinary. Because so many people see bass guitar as just such a plain instrument.
Yeah,
but then when you get down to it, there's so many techniques and just like hidden things you can do that just don't lie surface level. It's quite a fun instrument, and that's what's kept me with it. So yeah, 4 years almost.
I know. You should, after I ask Finn, I think you should tell him a story about how you and Ben met each other.
Yeah.
So how long have you played? I know you play guitar. How long have you played for, Finn?
So I have played for 3.5 years. It will be 4 years in April.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, literally ever since I picked it up, I've just been constantly on it and on it and on it. And yet again, like Harry said, it was like, when I first picked up, I was like, maybe this isn't for me. But I just kept going and going, and you literally, if you stick to it and play like maybe like an hour or like 2 just every single day, you'll just pick it up so fucking easily. Like yeah. You go back to things, like I do it all the time. Like you go back to things and be like, bro, like how did I just not know this like earlier, like in my playing? It's just like, but no, it's really good. But yeah, 3.5 years.
To people watching who are trying to learn an instrument, don't lose motivation. Basically,
Yeah,
I feel like I definitely am stupid for losing motivation on stuff like guitar and that. But to anyone who's trying to learn an instrument at the minute, or like are currently learning an instrument and they're finding it quite troubling, just honestly power through it. Because like as stressful as it may be and as hard as it might be, if you stick through it, you will eventually break through, and you will get used to it, and you will become very good at it quite quickly. It just takes motivation and dedication.
Yeah.
That's what it takes, because
if you can literally do it for like an hour a day, like if you can.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
If you can give up the Instagram reels for an hour a day and just lock in and play guitar.
Stop the doom scrolling.
Just like learn some chords, learn the songs. That
Well, look away.
Like, I'm just as bad. I do it all the time as well. I watch Instagram reels loads now because I play music at college.
My screen time was 12 hours a day at one point.
Fuck.
So was mine, bro. It was honestly.
But if
Shout out
you
Instagram Reels. You are very
Yeah,
addictive.
YouTube Shorts is what it's at.
Yes.
YouTube Shorts.
if you want to be 3 years behind
I
everyone
love
else,
those Chinese
then
people
Yeah.
cutting up coconuts at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yes.
Mate, no, on Instagram Reels for me recently, right? Speaking of Chinese people, right? Not being offensive
We're
or
getting
anything.
controversial, guys.
Not being offensive or anything, but I've got Chinese market videos.
I
Like
get
I
that.
swear to God, right? It's like this this guy owns a shop, right? And he has these like spicy strips, okay? And he's got 2 packets of them. And this little girl comes in,
think I know
like
what you're
yeah,
about.
this
Yeah.
little girl comes in all the time, and she's like, "Oh, boss, I want 2 spicy strips and a pack of crabs," right? And I'm being serious,
What kind
right?
of snack is that, bro?
And she pulls out the money, puts it on the side. She takes out 2 spicy strips. She takes
Packing of STDs.
she takes out 2 spicy strips, right?
Waffle Maddie in
No. She takes
Throwing shade.
She takes the 2 spicy strips and then it pans to the pack of crabs, right? There's like 4 different packs. It pans over and then pans back and she's like, "This one has more crabs," even though they're the exact same size, right? She takes it, right? And I swear to God, it's crab shells covered in like sauce and sesame seeds.
Oh, actually, no, not kidding. That sounds good.
No, but when
Wait.
but they show her like biting into it. It's like, it's so crunchy. And I'm like, oh, what is this? Also,
Yeah,
the
I'm
guy.
sitting, I'm sort of like cozy up, bro. ASMR.
I'm sat there so cozy, like I'm sat there half asleep watching Instagram Reels, and then all of a sudden I get this girl eating a pack of crabs from the Chinese market on my page. I'm like, what is going on? I'm so
I
lost.
need to go to this Chinese market now, bro.
Yeah, I want
Can we all fly to China?
For a
Can we
packet
all-
of crabs.
Yeah, can we all fly to
We've got
China?
So off topic.
Yeah, I'm fucking starving.
It's a
Right, we've got
podcast.
the Unfiltered podcast before GTA 6.
Yeah. That's a key element.
Oh my god! Right, this is one question I've been told to ask by Rain every episode now. Who do you think, based on the Jarvis Gallery gig, who was the best band that performed?
Right.
And don't say who was the worst, or I will get killed.
Cool. No worries.
Can we say ourselves?
Well, no,
You could say yourselves,
We could,
but I'd
yeah,
feel like
but
you'd get
no,
viewed
we
as
shouldn't.
dickheads.
Yeah, facts.
100%
Okay, besides yourselves.
The best band in the college is Rain. Hands
Yeah.
Yeah,
down.
they've
They're
been
unmatched.
together the longest, and they're like technically the most skilled.
They
Yeah, pretty iconic.
put the
Yeah.
most thought into their tones. They put the most thought into the songs they're doing and what songs suit them.
Yeah.
And they're just the overall tightest. Like, you know, there's no one who can bounce between solos like Noah and Tom. It's
Like,
actually
And they're
ridiculous.
just
yeah,
when you
I
watch
think-
them.
Like honestly, amazing
Yeah,
people.
great people as well.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
shout out
so-
to 3/5 of Rain for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, facts.
The other two,
Tom, you were missing.
Yeah.
Fucking day.
the other two are also very nice. But yeah, obviously shout out to Scarlett, Ruby, and Lola for coming on.
Yeah, those guys are great.
Yeah, they were all really nice. Obviously, they were good to have on the podcast, and
Oh,
it was
yeah,
also
yeah.
there was also some really funny moments. So yeah, I'd definitely like to get them all back on as a whole band
I
this
think that'd be good. Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
Because as I found out, the other two didn't even get told that it was happening.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I
They
found out.
just hopped on without letting them know.
Yeah, basically.
Get.
Little shits. No, because obviously, like, I don't even know if Ruby told them, because I know Ruby said to me, "Oh, me and Lola are gonna get on the podcast," and then Scarlett was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get on," but I'm just assuming they didn't tell the other
Oh,
two.
my fucking god.
So yeah, like, because they come up to me and were like, "Oh, like, what? We missed the episode."
They probably sat there watching that.
Like, well, they're
just
sat there
watching
like,
it, just fucking.
I don't
sulking.
remember this.
Yeah, it was so.
But yeah, like, obviously shout out to Rain.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
all
no.
very nice and lovely people, and
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming on. Considering it was literally like it was the 3rd episode, so people were still wondering if this was being took serious or not.
Yeah.
No, were they the 2nd episode?
Yeah,
they
they
were.
were
They were the
second,
Yeah, they
Max
were the
was- Max
second.
was third.
Yeah, Max was
Yeah.
3rd and Shingler was 4th, and then you lot are 5th. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, honestly, big up to Rain. Thank you all for coming on. I really do appreciate that. I hope you're all
Can we
watching.
get a round of applause for
Yeah,
Ray?
yeah, round of applause. It's deserved. That's deserved.
It is indeed.
Honestly, I like how opinions. I like how opinion. I like how the opinions have been different from people so far. because surprisingly, Rain said click.
Really?
Yeah, they
I
said
think they
click.
sounded alright.
They
I
are
actually-
wrong.
Yeah.
Whoa, we throw shade.
Ruby for that.
We throwing shade.
Brainwashed before the fucking
Are we,
podcast.
are we throwing shade?
I'm in click. I'm not throwing.
Yeah, I know.
I've just been outed.
I'll take the win, but
Yeah.
like it's not true.
Just
Rain is
done
better.
Oh yeah, you
Royal
performed. You had to
Crown.
do both, didn't you?
Yeah, I played. I played with Click. I played with Abgrond, and I will be playing with both of them plus Ruby's new band. I don't know if she's announced any of it yet though. So
Oh, you're
it's fine.
fine.
Okay, we won't announce that just in case
Yeah.
they come on, but it's work in progress.
Yeah. So I'll be playing a lot at the Key West gig.
You did 75 minutes straight, isn't it?
Yeah, originally they
Whoa.
gave me 75 minutes, but they've cut both set times, so it'll probably be around.
Did you say they gave you
45 now.
75?
75 minutes on
That's
stage. Yeah.
what, an hour and 15 minutes on the stage.
Jeez,
Oh my
That
days.
was what
that's
they
our
gave me.
flex.
You better get 50 fucking
Because
photos
they
on
gave
stage.
Abgrond originally, we had a 40-minute set.
hmm
We planned to do a big set
Can I take some of your set?
and then maybe some
You only
original.
have 30 minutes now.
And
No,
so,
I'm
like,
joking because
yeah,
you
special
said this
things,
was
yeah.
before they changed
Yeah,
it.
you're
Yeah,
having
this
No, I was joking.
And then they gave
Chill.
and then they gave Click 20 minutes, so that's an hour.
Yeah.
And then we had about 15 minutes for any Ruby's extra bands, any extra things that happened. So
Yeah.
that would be 75 minutes.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
gave me on stage.
Fucking
But
hell.
they cut the Abgrond set, they cut the Click set. So I don't know what it is now, but it'll be shorter.
Yeah. But yeah, that Rain said click, which was really surprising.
That surprises me.
Yeah, Shingler said Fiona's band. He also pointed out that Lyndon's guitar stopped working.
Always nitpicking.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. He's
well.
To be fair,
No,
my,
but-
my bass also stopped working.
Yeah.
I had to use Lyndon's bass for that gig.
Yeah, but
Thank you, Lyndon.
again, bro.
For bass.
Yeah, but yeah, he said Fiona's band were good, Ellipsis, and he also he gave praise to your band, and also gave praise to Click. So both of Vinny's bands.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
There's a
Yeah.
running pattern here.
I
Guys.
think, although this might piss you off slightly, he said he preferred Click because your stuff was more heavier, and
Yeah. Again, it's not.
It's-
everyone's-
again,
it's
it's
not
per-
everyone's
it's personal
taste.
preference.
Yeah. Exactly. of course.
but he said he still did enjoy it.
Yeah. I remember one thing he did like a really like critique thing on. He was like, "Oh, I realised it was set," and then he was like, "What? One thing?
One question.
Then, yeah, one question. Ben's drumming very loud.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
I'm
what he
pretty
mentioned.
sure
That is what he
every
mentioned.
single person I've spoke
Yeah,
to
dude,
about
oh,
it.
fucking
Yeah,
hell.
but it's also Benji's style. Like,
Yeah,
But
that
the,
is
no,
maybe,
the
yeah.
thing was, we found out why. I don't know if you got told why, but basically, Diego went up to Ben for some reason and just said to him, "Smash the shit out of the drums."
Right, so it's
and
Diego's
I quote,
fault.
and I quote, that is exactly what he said. He said, "Ben, smash the shit out of the drums." No clue why. The thing was with that. Obviously, Ben is very loud.
Yeah.
But also, they had the drums all set on the live desk to pretty much a good level to where, like, if someone was averagely playing, it would come out as good audio. But because Ben was smashing the shit out of it, it was loud.
Yeah.
Very
Also,
loud.
Pretty sure
So-
I'm pretty sure they had to take the mics off. Did they even take them off? Did they keep them on?
I think he kept
The
them on.
mics. Yeah, because someone said it peaked at like 100 something decibels or
Yeah,
some
it was
shit
like
like that.
110 decibels.
Yeah, something. Yeah, it
It
was.
was-
Yeah, I had a lot. I had a lot of people.
Go deaf.
I had a lot of people come to me and go, "My ears."
Yeah.
But no, you obviously everyone did very well
Oh, of course.
at
yeah,
the
everyone
at the
did their
gig.
part.
Praise to everyone for having the confidence to perform, especially in
Oh,
front of
100%,
especially
yeah.
in front of parents, other people's parents. Like that's quite, especially
Nerve-wracking
being
stuff.
videoed and all
Yeah,
that.
it's
Like
nerve-
it's very
nerve-wracking
nerve
stuff,
wracking.
Yeah.
So honestly, well done to all the people. If you're all watching, well done to all of you for doing the Jarvis Gallery gig. I'd really like to perform at a December gig. Obviously, I don't know if I feel like I'm too late now.
It looks fun, doesn't it? But then when you're up on stage, you're starting like shitting yourself.
Especially
I don't get
Everyone's
stage
different.
fright.
Do you not?
I don't get stage
You're
fright.
lucky.
That's the
You're
one.
very lucky.
That's the one
you
thing
haven't
for me.
got a band to sort of support you, only got
Nah.
yourself.
I've got myself and instrumental.
Yeah, yourself
Yeah.
and a backing
That's
track.
You
about
need
it.
a bassist with that. Hit me up.
Pay that beat, DJ.
Oh shit! Me and
Yeah.
Vinny having a link up.
Oh.
We're gonna fucking start performing together. Vinny's gonna be in 4 different
I
bands.
need
Yeah.
all the stage time.
Yeah.
On it.
I
He's
need
doing
all of
every
it.
band.
He's making a record.
Honestly,
Have
I thought.
Have a
Honestly,
addiction.
Honestly, I thought you was complaining before about stage presence. If you want more stage presence, you can play bass.
Yeah. Yeah. Get up here.
Have an addiction to the stage.
I actually
Yeah.
got a slight offer yesterday by someone. So I was out with my mate, and she was with this boy, and he's in a kind of metal band. And we were actually talking about this college because he knows quite well about this college. And he said, do you know any rappers from the producer lot who like basically they want to release a song, but it's like metal rap. Basically, they want to get someone to rap on it.
Oh. Like new metal.
Yeah. So basically, he was like, "Oh, do you know any rappers?" And I was like, "Me."
I volunteer.
And I was like, "Yeah, me." And he was like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you reckon you could rap on this song for us?" And basically, their plan is to they're gonna also get their stuff on stream, and they want to basically record a whole bunch of stuff. They've got a load of singles, I'm pretty sure already. He said, but basically they just need. It's the case of they need to record all the stuff and like get it on software and that. So basically, gave me his Instagram, and now essentially I'm just kind of waiting for him to message me and be like, "Yo, can you rap on this song?" And then I can get my pad and pen and start writing.
Yeah.
That's a lie. I do it on my notes on my phone because who the fuck manually writes lyrics?
Jordan Shingle.
Jordan, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. That's the thing.
Note page number 28.
Song.
Definitely don't have one of those guys.
Yeah.
No, but you haven't it.
Down.
I think it's a lot better writing it. Like knowledge wise, I think it's a lot better writing it down.
I do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I write it on my notepad, and if it's good and I don't want to lose it ever,
Save
I just
it on
write
your
down
phone.
on my
Usually
phone.
what I do is I
I'll
find
put it
myself
on a piece of paper.
freestyling in different flows at random times,
Yeah.
and I'll think of a line that is really good just out of nowhere. I'll like do it, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, I've just realised that," and I'm like, I've got to go write this down. So like I'll be sat there just like freestyling to myself. I'll think of a really good line. I'm like,
Yeah.
write that down.
Yeah.
Get that down. But yeah, so because time is running low,
Yeah.
the last question I've got from you is, what can we expect to see from you in the future? So I'm hoping more gigs.
Oh yeah.
Lots, hopefully, of gigs.
That's what we're pushing
Yeah,
for.
gigs, release music, and a lot more of Dread Sense into some of them.
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000%.
If college ends and the band is still up, they may fuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the plan we've got, isn't it?
Yeah, that is our plan. Our contingency plan is literally just to make it into one band, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because where we want to be here recording, writing music, and then we're also going to be outside of college with Dylan working on stuff, we're hoping to get quite a lot done.
Yeah.
But obviously, we got to worry about coursework, stuff like that as well. So it's a bit of both. But yeah, hopefully you can expect more original songs.
Hopefully we can
Hopefully
expect
some
releases
recordings.
next year.
Yeah.
We can expect more gigs and just fucking smashing the shit out of every instrument,
Technically, yeah.
So,
essentially.
should I announce a little bit of what they can expect at the very end of our set for December 6th, if you know what I'm on about?
We'll leave it as a surprise.
Okay, yeah, no, I feel like I feel like you should leave it as a
There's
There's a
surprise.
little thing at the end
Yeah.
of our set for December 6th, so come along and watch and you'll figure out what it is.
Yeah.
That's an invitation.
Yeah.
I think you have to pay to get
So-
in, but it's just
Yeah.
It won't be expensive.
We won't-
you get
we
to
won't
see a load
mention
of
that.
really good bands,
Come see
so-
the Dread Sense set.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the name change is now official.
Yeah,
I like how we're actually rocking with the
Day
name now.
before as well, as KT's gig, I'm playing that with Click.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, old Bailey should call that for you, bro. You should glaze him right now.
Yeah.
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 Well done, Bailey.
I don't know if it was him or
Also,
Sam, to be
also
fair.
just want to mention.
No, it was Bailey.
Also, just want to mention in the unofficial episode I did with you lot, Vinny was given a lot of praise for being the one who's getting all the gigs and that.
Yeah, 'cause
So-
you were
Yeah,
trying ahead of
yeah.
a lot with the Swindon.
Yeah,
But
so-
after
What do you
everything
do
watched-
for gigs? Do you just literally email around and
I messaged
speak a load of people?
every single promoter in the area. Not a single one took us.
Wow.
We tried.
So we were like, well, we're too young to book our own gigs. Well, that's the opinion we had. But now I'm starting to realise we're probably just pussies. It's just worrying about equipment, making sure we have everything there, transport, getting everything in place.
I think transport's
to
the
get
biggest
to a
thing.
venue and play a venue, because obviously we're a metal band.
Mm-hmm.
We can't walk into like Casey's Vinyl Bar and ask
Scream.
for a 20-minute slot, because
Yeah.
no one's gonna like it. It's gonna be awful.
It's
Yeah.
not like we got.
We reach
you can't rock
100
up with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, can you have a set tonight? Like,
Yeah, we reached 110 decibels in the Jervis Gallery. Don't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna work.
Nah.
But if we get nicer, bigger venues
It'd be better.
that take us, we will, it'll be a lot better, and the energy will be insane, like it was last time. It has been every single time.
It might just be a rope climb from the start, obviously, because getting bigger venues requires more popularity, and I feel
Yeah.
like more people have to know you. So essentially, if you just rope climb and do the smaller gigs,
Yeah.
you will eventually
it's like bigger
get
venues.
accepted
O2
by a bigger
O2
venue.
Arena.
Issue
If
we
you're
have.
seeing this, let us play.
It is literally that issue of we're not an indie band, so we can't play the small venues. But
Yeah.
we're not a big band, so we can't play the big venues. We're in that sort of limbo.
Yeah.
You
area.
just have to get lucky, essentially,
We will get
and
through it.
find that like one group of people who are like, yeah, we'll have you.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah, but
but
December will live on.
They
Our
will.
Dread Sense will live on.
looking at some venues, though,
Hopefully
we've got ideas, we've got plans. So yeah.
it shall. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one. I don't know how long this episode is. It was
I
about.
feel like it's going to be quite long.
It's gonna be over
Yeah.
an hour.
It could
I
be.
checked the time just now, and it's like 20 past 2.
Oh, it could be actually. You
could
may
be
have the
over
new
an hour,
longest
yeah.
episode.
No world record. Like half the episodes.
Yeah, it's
Still
literally
getting cut
25
out.
past.
So I thank you, Aiden.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Vinny, and thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Ben, but you're not here.
Yeah.
So
Fuck it.
yeah. Thank you for watching episode 5 of Unfiltered. This has been Dread Sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
Name.
officially
Oh.
changed their name. You better change all the socials and that now then.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Shit. But yeah, thank you for watching. Really do appreciate all the support recently as well. I'm going to have a lovely time editing.
I'm gonna go stretch.
I'm going to also go stretch.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And we will be back with another episode maybe tomorrow,
Yeah, maybe.
depending on who can do it. So
Lovely
yeah,
stuff.
thanks for watching, and we'll be back later. See you in a bit. Take care, everyone.